How about a bit of an indulgent treat for the adults? Well, today we have a chocolate cake. Julie describes it as rich, dark and seductive, and apparently it's worth all those calories. She joins us now. It smells divine.
I back that statement up. Yep. Look, people go without chocolate all the year because they think it's bad for you.
We actually, on the program yesterday, discovered that it is quite good for you.
It's good for you. Anything is good for you, I'm sure, in moderation. So chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. I say Easter in particular, but the thing is that you want to eat good chocolate. You know, if you're past the sort
Life's
of...
too short to eat bad chocolate.
The caramel-filled eggs. Moving on to something that has a really wonderful flavour and texture, and that is due to the quality of the chocolate that you use. Look, I'll just give you a little sniff of my
the sniff test.
Wee box of chocolate. And that's a really strong dark chocolate. And so the first thing you'll get with good chocolate is fragrance. You'll really smell it. Of course, the taste, you'll get a lingering flavour from it, and you'll also get a textural thing. The textural thing, not so important in a cake because you've got a load of other ingredients, but it certainly gives this cake a wonderful finish. If I had used a regular chocolate on top of that cake, I made this yesterday and iced it yesterday, and if I had done that using a regular chocolate, it would be very dull and flat. So that's something you can tell about.
So it's lovely and shiny because
wonderful.
The chocolate is... What chocolate did you use on it?
I used Valrhona.
Oh, okay.
And that's got an amazing flavour to it. Well, anyway, to make the cake, which I know you're going to do this weekend, I'm sure.
Yeah, into the baking.
Yeah, 60 grams of butter. Melt that with, wait for it, 375 grams of chocolate. It's a chocolate cake, okay? And you want to just kind of chop that chocolate with a knife, put that in a pan, melt that very gently, and you really do just have to stand there and stir it.
For how long?
Oh, about 4 minutes.
4 minutes, right.
You'll manage.
Can probably muster that one.
You'll be able to do that. Just to make sure the chocolate doesn't catch on the base of the pan over a very gentle heat. And then you put 2/3 of a cup of nuts, and I've used South Island organic walnuts because they've just got such an amazing flavour. You could use pecans if you can find ones that aren't rancid. You could use almonds, skinned almonds. And I put those in a food processor. You could use a liquidizer. If you don't have either of those machines, chop, 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 chop by hand. But very fast in the food processor, with 1/3 of a cup of plain flour, 1/3 of a cup of caster sugar, and the 2/3 of a cup of nuts, and I grind them all up. And the reason I do that with the flour and sugar is because if you grind nuts in a food processor or liquidizer on their own, the warmth of that movement can draw out the oil of the nuts, and you get a heavy paste and a heavy cake.
Now we've also got Cointreau in here.
Yeah, we've got some Cointreau, but first we've mixed the butter and the chocolate into those dry ingredients, 1/4 cup of water, a couple of tablespoons of Cointreau. That just gives a background flavour. And last thing that goes in, 6 eggs. 6 egg yolks mixed into there, 6 egg whites you beat to a snow, fold them in, put it into a 23-centimetre cake tin, and cook about 30 minutes, 180 degrees.
OK, now for people that didn't memorise that, they can... Can we look at the address?
Yeah, they can email me.
muso@clare.net.nz. Just before we go, what is the garlic next to the cake?
Jumbo garlic. Yeah, this is wonderful. This is organic elephant garlic. And it is fabulous because it's new season, which means it'll be very mild. It's not fibrous at all. And it's not as strong as regular garlic. So you can actually use a lot more of it. And it has no acrid kind of aftertaste to it, no burn. It's just beautiful, beautiful garlic. Much easier to peel.
Julie, the control room are loving you. Thank you for bringing in the cake.
They just want the cake.
They do, but happy Easter.